This question is a bit of a classic because when it first appears on the screen in the exam, I know a lot of people go, no, away, because it looks like one of those horrible calculation questions. In fact, it's not. The requirements for overload current protection are fulfilled when, and it simply gives you this list of options. So where do we start, Gaz? Even though I know it's a simple question, how do we give some tips?
Okay, we need to know what the actual requirements are for overload protection.
Yeah.
So there is actually no calculation to do here. This is just something you know. So it's basically a process of elimination to get the right answer. And I'll take you to page 89 in part 4 of your regs. And the requirements for protection against overload are detailed here, but not in the formula that we know, which is this one. So these words have just been replicated in this arrangement here.
Yeah, yeah. And one thing that's worth pointing out, this question will give specific values. This formula is a formula, it accounts for any situation. Where there are specific values, you may not get the equals because the options you'll be given in the answer to the question will give you specific values there. So although that's the formula that we're referring to here, it won't necessarily appear. I've seen it appear in different forms without the equals sign, and it has thrown people.
It has. I mean, this one is IB is the design current.
Yeah.
Has to be less than or equal to the rating of the protective device,
Yeah.
which has to be less than or equal to the rating of the current carrying capacity of the cable.
It's really obvious when you work it backwards, isn't it?
It is, and it is all spelled out here, but just in an awkward way.
But the one little aid memo, which is known, but you may not be familiar with it, is to notice that the order of events is alphabetical. Yeah, just pop back. So B, N, Z. So they are alphabetical. And because we are protecting the cable, this will be less than this, which will be less than this. So therefore they're incremental. So alphabetical and incremental. So if we look down our list, well, definitely not incremental. 20 to 15, not incremental. 10, 15, 21, incremental. B, N, Z, alphabetical. It is C.
So the answer is C.
So by simply knowing those two rules, we can answer that question without any calculation. Very important that you understand the technical reasons why.
You need to know.
Suggesting, but certainly in terms of answering a question in an exam, incremental, alphabetical will do it for you.
Job done.
Story for life. We hope you found that useful. I should stress that the questions we're addressing in this series aren't official exam questions taken from any paper, but they're very typical of the sort of thing you find on questions from any of the examining bodies for the 18th edition. If there's a question or a subject that you'd like us to address in these sessions, then please do drop me a line, dave.austin@learninglounge.com, or you can simply enter the question in the comments box below.
And don't forget, there are more questions on our website, learninglounge.com/18, and even more questions when you subscribe to one of our courses.